Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday morning. All right, before I get started, let me apologize for no live stream last night. I had posted something in the community section that around 8 o'clock last night that I was canceling it. I was just too tired to do it, okay? There was no way I was going to make it till 10 o'clock. With everything that we did over the last 2.5 weeks in regards to hurricane relief, I got way behind on things that needed to be done around the house. And so I spent yesterday starting to get some of that work done, and I was just wiped out. And by about 8 o'clock last night, Mrs. P looked at me and said, "You're falling asleep in your chair." And I'm like, she goes, "You need to go to bed." I'm like, crap, I've got a live stream. And she's like, "You need to cancel it. You're not going to make it through." And she was right. So my apologies. That was my reason. Everything's fine. Just sometimes the body can't keep up with what the mind wants to do. You know how that goes. So, all right, getting into this morning, I'm going to touch on a subject that I don't normally get into too much, just because it's not something that I am uber knowledgeable about or anything, and that's religion. Okay, I'm no pastor. I'm no preacher. You know me, I am a Christian. I have a personal relationship with God. I do not belong to any denomination of any church. I have my personal reasons, and many of you guys know why. Okay, I've mentioned it before on the channel. I'm not going to rehash the whole thing out. But I want you to take a look at the direction this country is headed in, especially if you have your relationship with God. This past week, we've had a couple of telltale signs by the Kamala Harris potential administration that religion has no place in her vision of America. Okay? We can talk about the Al Smith dinner, the Catholic Charities annual or roast, if you will, that every presidential candidate has shown up to since Walter Mondale missed it in 1984. Mondale lost 49-1. Kamala Harris didn't think it was worth her time to go, basically thumbing her nose at Catholics and thumbing her nose at charities. We go into that too, because, somebody please tell me how much Kamala Harris did for the victims of either Hurricane Helene or Hurricane Milton. Let's see. She put a couple of tubes of toothpaste in a couple of buckets. They put her on diaper duty. At least she was experienced in that from changing Joes for so long. Did she donate any money? Nope, none. Okay. You can look far and wide. There's not a single story of Kamala Harris personally donating anything to the hurricane victims. She didn't care. Okay. It's all about her. The real telltale sign was the other day when she held a rally, and the media selectively edited the clip. And it's the one where Kamala made the joke that said, "You must be at the wrong rally. You should be at the smaller one down the street." I hate to tell you this, but if you're comparing your size rallies to Trump's, you really need to figure out the definition of size. I guess it kind of goes back to the old joke, Kamala, why do women think this is 6 inches? Okay. The truth behind that one was there was a student in the audience who yelled out, "Jesus is Lord." And Kamala Harris continued to say, "You must be at the wrong rally." Yes, we know, because an agent of Satan was on the stage giving a speech. This is how scary the potential Harris administration could be to this country. Basically want to get rid of religion. Oh, why? Go take a look at the premise of communism. One of the tenets is no religion. Got it. You look back over the last month, and Kamala Harris has disparaged Catholics. She's disparaged Christians. She's disparaged Jews. She's disparaged Muslims. This woman is a Satanist. Agree with me, disagree with me, that's fine. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what the facts show. Okay. She has no respect for anybody's religious beliefs. Well, hey, she's come out and said that we need to get rid of the First Amendment, freedom of religion, right? It's part of that. So then you take a look at where this goes further. And let's get into the who's going to stand up for women, right? We need to elect a female president, the first woman president. Elizabeth Warren coming out, or Lizzo saying the other day, or Harris saying all the time, I'm going to stand up for women. Okay. Let me see if I got this straight. You're going to stand up for women. There's a whole bunch of women that aren't alive anymore because of your policies. We can talk about Lake and Riley, or any of the other ones that have been murdered by illegals. Maybe we should talk about the San Jose State volleyball team. Maybe we should talk about the University of Pennsylvania swim team. Or we can talk about soccer teams, or basketball teams, or Olympic boxing, where men have taken a woman's spot on a roster, on a podium, in a record book. I want you to think about this, especially if you have daughters or granddaughters. And let's say one of them wants to go to college, and they're a really good swimmer, or basketball player, or volleyball player. And they're hoping to get a scholarship. Except the college says, I'm sorry, we gave that to a man in drag instead. And now your daughter can't go to her college of choice. What happens if you want to go get a job? I'm sorry, ma'am. We gave that job to a man in drag. DEI, we've got to make sure we have enough drag queens in our employ too. I'll go to this one. Let's take a look at the Bible. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. You shall not lie with a male as one lies with a female. It's in the Bible, guys, okay. Unlike 1984, the Bible is an instruction manual. Okay, that's it. The hatred, the suffragette, okay, of the way they treat women as a woman is despicable. To lie out of both sides of your mouth. Vote for me because I'm a woman, but look at my actions and I don't do shit for women. Okay? It's no different than coming up and, it's going to come out somewhere, Kamala Harris saying how black she is. You're waiting for her to use the Joe Biden line, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I get such a kick out of Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, berating the black community this week about, the black men are going to Trump. You're not a brother anymore if you don't vote Democrat. And I'm thinking to myself, Kamala Harris is professing how black she is and how great she's going to do for the black community and for the black man. all while she married a white guy. Right? Okay. You start looking at the hypocrisy, the say anything to appease somebody. If you're a woman, if you're black, if you're straight, this woman wants to destroy your life. She has nothing in common with you, though she'll tell you she does. But her whole objective in being president is to get the title. She doesn't want the responsibility. She just wants the title. Look at her performance as vice president. She has the title. She's the first female vice president we've ever had in the United States. And then challenge anybody to name one of her accomplishments. She did nothing but collect a paycheck for 4 years. Right? Do you want somebody like that leading the country? Factual information. Kamala Harris hates women, hates people of religion, hates blacks, and hates straight people. Please, if you are any of those, vote for the guy who actually supports each one of those groups. Pinball out.